It's time for some football at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Isaac Gorindo to return. And he's stopped on the run back of the 27. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Relevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, but you can't do it better than that.
First down, 49ers.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Play action now. Purdy. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. They kick the running back in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for third down. They'll run here following the penalty. A disappointing way to begin this one as he is stopped for no gain, and 3 plays in, Brock. They're already facing fourth down.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a first down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on first and second down.
Starts his return from the 23. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. They go play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Zone read give here to Barkley. Shoots away from one. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throw is caught. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
10 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down. First down and goal to go.
Barkley can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They go to him again. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, and I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And this defense completes the goal line stand. What a start to their game as they get off the field with a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They stick with McCaffrey. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
All about that defense there. Had him bottled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down. They send a tight end in motion. McCaffrey on third down. And they're going to manage to take him down at the 12. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
All set now. 1st and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. Give him 13 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
They motion the tight end over. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Now here he goes. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
A gain of 19 yards. And the 49er 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And the big game followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now it's Purdy. And I'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's got 4 left side. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Purdy going to go on 4th. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. It's a sneak. Hurts. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
At the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36. Hurts now from the gun. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now. They need 7. Here's Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
On 1st down, Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A 28-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Let's get to that wide, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
A.J. Brown. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. And again, here's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Sky Moore on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And you don't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Thomas Morstead on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it, 2nd and 4. Ritz tucks it, starts running. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Slot receivers headed left. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun is Purdy. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He'll drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
There's a dive up the middle. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You sign me up. I love giving those fullbacks a cookie. Not just short yardage, not 3rd down. No. Give the fullback his chance. Give him the ball on 1st down and watch him do his thing.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and long, Purdy. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey, and he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Fourth down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. From the pistol, Hurts. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. He isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's going for it himself. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Barkley off the pistol again. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, we want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Look at that power, deep left side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
Going to the ground again on first. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Hurts now from the gun. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Gain of 36 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Number 88, Dallas Goddard. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Setting up, second and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now lead by 10. Dallas Goddard, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
14. 49ers 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. The window to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. '49ers to the line. First and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. On the ground to begin the drive to McCaffrey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Now it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You spring a big game like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First down, and they go right back to it. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Zach Vaughn with the tackle.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Back to McCaffrey on second down. He dodged the tackle. And he's cut after a gain of about 2. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Taken down by Nakobe Dean.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down. They'll throw for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. On 1st down, Hurts finds him over the middle. And hey, if you can't prevent the catch, Brock, at least prevent a gain after it, right? So they make the quick stop at the 31. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's get to that wide complete. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And off heading right, Buckley. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
On the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 18.
49ers 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Window to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. It only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. The play fake, Purdy. And it's Bourne with a catch outright. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down now, they need 7. Purdy looking to throw. Left side. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. A pickup of 17. And that gives the 49ers the first.
And the 49er first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, San Francisco.
From the gun is Purdy. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A gain of 15 there. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, 49ers.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Purdy throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A gain of 9 yards. And the 49er first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And This one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Back to the line they come, second down. The tight end in motion now. Play action now. Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play block, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Let's see what they went with on third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Pinheiro's kick is good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you could do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hanson and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Completed left side to Smith. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Hurts on 1st down. He's got Smith again. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They go play fake with Hurts. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Barkley does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's Barkley again, and he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3. These last two snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And that brings up 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
On 4th down, Hurts. And he scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out at halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles grow the lead now to 22 points.
49ers 6.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Moore with a return. Escapes a defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the 49ers on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down throw by Purdy. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pearsall on the left side. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
Purdy will sneak it. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Running back sent in motion. Purdy on first down. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Again, left side to McCaffrey. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
At the 12-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. First down, they go back to McCaffrey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Going run again with McCaffrey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Here's Purdy to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
A 24-yard attempt.
Piniero's kick is good. And it only does a little against the deficit, which drops to 19.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer. But I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
1st and 10 from the 32. They'll start this series with an option left. And he'll take what he can get here, Brock, sliding down with a gain of 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
The throw left side, caught by Brown. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Rob Pratt, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Zone read give here to Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
42-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone.
That's good.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
At the 23-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he'll take what he can get here, Brock, sliding down with a gain of 3.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Luke Gifford on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. Making the call himself. Now his hand hurts, fumbles. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. And the 49ers get to it.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Here's McCaffrey. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Purdy throwing here on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Off the play fake, Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Purdy setting up that play action. Got for big yards on the right side. And he has this down to the 34. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
4th down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they get a smidgen closer as it's down to 16.
That's now 4 field goals for him, and he's doing his part to try and give him a chance to win this game. But one kicker, he's not going to overcome everything with this team. He needs his guys to start sending them out there for extra points, and his defense to start getting some stops.
Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Sure, a whole lot of noise to sort through up the middle, but by the time he figured everything out, he was able to hit them for a decent gain.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And they'll have a small gain up to about the 32. That one stopped by Upton Stout.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Eagles 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. That throw behind his intended target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Number 6, Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Motioning him from the slot right. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Pass complete to Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 3-possession game. Dallas Goddard the touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. As he nabs another touchdown, Brock, I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this the point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have 1 touchdown today are coming over you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kate. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence in the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch the lead to 23.
49ers 12.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Moore with a return. Shoots away from one. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the gun is Purdy. Finds the in route complete. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
On the toss, it's McCaffrey. Gets some space around midfield. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
1st and 10, they're under Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. It's a gain of 3 on the final play of quarter 3. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. And it's 49ers football as we near the end of what has been a largely one-sided game they'd like to forget. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Purdy to throw it. Pass brought in by Jennings. He's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
1st down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And a 49er 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, Purdy to throw. He's got Bourne on the slant. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Robinson up the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Eagles are on it, so down he goes. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Shotgun snap for Purdy. We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
He'll mix the catch. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. But he's got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers making the scoreboard look a touch better. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Purdy leading the 49ers to the line for this 2-point try.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. He has it! Ooh, yikes! That 2-point try was headed the wrong way. Just about everything going wrong on that attempt.
49ers.
Man, just great work by the defense there, Brock. The coverage really forced that throw short of the goal line, and then they got downhill to clean that play up.
I love that word right there. You just nailed it, downhill. You throw it short, you allow those defenders with great speed and tenacity to come downhill on you. No chance for the 2 points.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside. You know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Hurts on 1st down. And downfield, and Goddard has it. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
1st down, run with Barkley. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's brought down
A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles make it a 24-point ball game.
49ers 18.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Purdy. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Going right side. Robinson with it. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Purdy. And it's It's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
On any fourth down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Able to find Dotson here. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the shotgun handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
It's a gain of 11. And an Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Bigsby again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keep running away with this. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
49ers 18.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. The window to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. There's a counter give to Robinson. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? They did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
So a pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Complete to number 88. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Now it's Purdy. They look underneath here. Robinson. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 3 brings up 3rd and inches.
Purdy will sneak it. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Robinson on the inside give. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
1st down throw by Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take him down right along the 30.
10 more yards. Complete to Jawan Jennings. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Here's Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. 49ers just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Another carry for Robinson. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun is Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
So 4th down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. This will be a 44-yard look. Pinheiro's kick is good. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And we'll see if those 3 timeouts get used defensively, Brock, but this one is over either way. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut to Bigsby. They got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you want to know how crazy your partner is next to you? I would love to take a fan right out of these stands and put them there on that play, just so they could feel what a 5-yard run feels like. Because it may not look like anything on the stat sheet, but I promise you if the average person felt the pain of what a 5-yard gain was, they'd have a whole new perspective.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.